to talk about the common causes of neck pain. So oftentimes as chiropractors, that's one of the main issues that patients are coming in to see us for. So Dr. Brandon, what do you find are the common causes of neck pain?
Two different sides of the coin. There's either that long-term postural stress, people sitting down at their desk too long, a lot of times kids or young adults as well, staring down at their phone quite often, and as well just waking up with it too. And then there's the other side of you go do an excessive workout and you start having neck pain. So what are some of the things you notice?
Obviously for neck pain, we're getting movement is life, so it's really important that we keep moving. So as Dr. Brandon said, things that are stationary, rust up and tighten up. So as chiropractors, we're looking at how your neck moves, so making sure that your neck and your the bones in your neck and the joints in your neck are moving really well, and that will help the muscles function at their optimum. Which leads us into the next question, which is what I find as a chiropractor, people are often asking me is, why? What's the difference? What's the difference between nerve and muscular pain, and is my neck pain related to my joints or my muscles?
Well, that's what we do a lot in our examination, is we make that distinction between, is it a joint not quite moving or having the mobility that it needs, or is it just a lot of that musculature around holding everything in a locked up position, not allowing the proper motion. So that it is life is motion of the neck and making sure that you're able to look and see your surroundings as well. So with nerve issues, you usually do notice a bit more overarching pain around, so you can start traveling down your arm or farther down into the shoulders. Muscular injury or muscular issues, you start noticing a bit of the imbalance between muscles of one side or the other. One side's quite tight, one side's not as tight, it's a bit looser.
I think for me, how I answer this question for most patients, and what I honestly believe, is that the body's very connected. So if there's a joint issue, there's going to be some pain signal coming from the brain which will affect how muscles function. So I always explain to patients, and I wholeheartedly believe that it's always going to have a combination of a muscular component and a nerve joint dysfunctional component. So oftentimes it's quite hard to distinguish what's the main driver. So I think as sports chiropractors, we look at both, how those systems are interplaying, so we can turn down those pain signals for you. So I think they absolutely both play into neck pain. The other question we were going to answer was, often patients will present with pain in between their shoulder blades, as well as pain potentially down their arms, into the top parts of their shoulders, and even radiating down their arms with neck pain. So I think I'll hand that over to you to answer what you see.
What I see, a lot of times motion restricted ability to turn their head, check their blind spot while they're driving. A lot of times with neck pain, people are getting headaches as well, so coming up into the skull or up into the temples as well. A lot of times it's coming from the neck rather than not having enough water or extra stress throughout the day. But top of the shoulders is one of my biggest things that I notice for people is, the top of my shoulders are just sore, achy. It just feels weird or a bit of an imbalance again. A lot of times it's coming from the neck more than anything else. As well.
I sort of often see something that we as chiropractors called cervical facet syndrome, which is, I sort of explain to patients like sciatica of the neck, where you have a jammed up joint in the neck which will refer pain in between your shoulder blades also and create that discomfort in there. So that's another little thing that we can look out for. So I think that'll sum it up for our neck pain video. So stay tuned for later in the week, and we'll come up with some tips and some stretches that will help alleviate some neck pain for you.